He does it again. How do you go back to back? Someone explain to me how you go back to back. Yeah, I did make Bella Porch's original music video, Inferno, what it is today. When I opened the door as a bellboy number 1, and let Bella into the hotel. But I'm back yet again, crushing it. And usually actors, they have like one, right? You have like one role that truly transcends society. It's a back-to-back moment. One more time. Okay, Bella, what the fuck? Bella, are you really going to take down my stream right now? Dead ass? Are you really taking down my stream right now? Do you understand if I didn't back up? Look how fearful I was backing up. Look at Here's the thing, and this is a bit of movie magic. I wasn't scared because it was a set. So I wasn't even scared. So, but you could, if you looked at my face, you could be fooled. Look at that. Look at the confusion. I don't know why I look like an ice cream boy. I'll be honest. I didn't know. I didn't get a say in that part. But what is this? What is this? What is this yellow? Oh my God. Wait, subscribers? I've never had subscribers here before. Are these like, yeah, these are not members. These are just like regular, click the subscribe button. Oh, I can just turn it off. Hold up real quick though. Everyone subscribe. I want to see the thing go fast. I want to see the, make the thing go fast. Make the thing go fast. Make the thing go fast. Go. Make the thing go fast, chat. Come on. I got 1 sub. By the way, the witch is back. She's back. If you had to give up one thing, yeah, it would be Lo-Fi Girls channel. I'm iffy, like I'm close on music, but I'd probably just do Lo-Fi Girls channel as a whole. Sacrifice you to the gulag. She's just better. She's not better, okay? First of all, she rarely ever streams. She's only been streaming for 6 days. I miss the old Lo-Fi Girl that used to stream 2 years in a row. It just feels like she cares less about her fans. I don't know. Maybe a hot take. Coming from me who hasn't streamed in 6 days. I'm still a streamer, okay? I'm allowed to take 5 days off after doing Mogul Money Live and Beer Yo Kart. I'm allowed 5 days. That is not an absurd number of days. And I did stream in the 5. This is why streaming sucks. I mean, I love streaming. It's a great job. But you're only as good as your next stream. Because I bet Germa did the Dollhouse stream, and then people are in chat being like, damn, when's Germa going live again, though? It's like, bro, come on. A little bit would be great. Just a little bit of... Germa hit a mil followers on Twitch. That's cool. Germa never misses. Here's the thing. You are talking about how great Germa is. Yes, I agree with you. And here's what you're not understanding. You're saying it to hurt me. Well, Germa never misses. Germa's so great, Ludwig. What do you even... Bang. That's for you. Hold that. Me and the goat. Oh, we hang out. Oh, shit. You like watching him on the camera? On the screen? Fair. No, that's chill. Yeah, no, that's chill. Yeah. That's probably pretty fun. Bang. Come on. What do you want from me? I don't need to miss. Or I should say I'm allowed to miss. Because my friends are the people who don't. I'm in this bitch. His stream yesterday was sick. Yeah, we're doing a Germa stream review at the first hour of every stream. I've reached a level of popularity where I'm still overall an absolute nobody in the entire world, but I am still used as like like a ladder, like a little ladder to lift up other creators. Like I just checked out my subreddit. I'm done with the Reddit recap, by the way. I did my 4. I'm done with the Reddit recap. I checked my Reddit recap, and in the top post of like the week was like, I like watching Atrioc. And I was like, I love Atrioc. One of my best friends, he has a subreddit. He has one. He just, it's weird if you love Atrioc so much that you're like, God, I love Atrioc. Let me share this with Ludwig's viewers. There's a place to go for it. If you were like, I love raccoons on my subreddit, I would get it. Raccoons can't hear that feedback. They exist without a subreddit in the world. And if you were like, man, I love raccoons, and you dropped on my subreddit, I'd be like, fair enough. Raccoons need some love. But this exists. Are trash pandas? I more so mean that raccoons don't see it. I know there's probably subreddits dedicated to raccoons. There's probably subreddits dedicated to like raccoon like porn. There's probably a Rule 34. Who's that guy from Guardians of the Galaxy? There's probably a Rule 34 of that guy. That probably exists. Rocket, yeah. Rocket Rule 34. Okay, I looked it up, and it's Rocket League Rule 34, and I'm so much more excited. This is so much better. Yeah. Yeah, woo! Yeah! What is that position? Classic missionary? Come on, Ninja Cat. Not so sly this time. All right. Now that we got the horny people out of the way, let's jump to Australia, boys. All right, before I hear all the qualms that I'm no longer a streamer because I took 4 days off to travel to Australia, let me tell you why. Maybe I can give you a good enough reason of why I went to Australia and what I did there that you're not going to be like so upset that I haven't been streaming so much. Perhaps we can find ourselves a bit of middle ground. Now, it's been a whirlwind month so far. We're not even done with July yet. But July obviously started with Mogul Money. We did Mogul Money live. We did the Beerio Kart. I had my birthday, July 4th, and then this entire Australia trip. Check the top of your subreddit right now. Is it just all raccoons? Don't tell me it's all raccoons. Don't say raccoons and Atrioc. Don't double dip. Now you're just masking the Atrioc thing with the raccoon. You're not. What is this?
I caught a little Pokemon. Do you want to know what Pokemon I caught?
What Pokemon did you catch, Joker?
I caught a little punny, Batman. I caught a little punny.
Oh no, Joker. Don't tell me.
You already know, Batman. You know what I'm gonna do to that thing.
Joker, it's an animal, Joker. You can't.
Come on, bro. What? Who posted the Batman Joker Lopunny sex scene?
Batman, there's no laws against the Pokemon, Batman.
This is like a myth segment. This is like what Myth does on his stream in between fragging out.
Man, I can do whatever I want with it.
No, Motorcar. No, don't do it.
I'm gonna do it, Batman.
Okay. I'm going to stay out of r/new on that subreddit for a little bit. Anyway, after the whirlwind starts of the month, the first half of the month, I ended up deciding to go to Australia. Now, I had been known, it's been new that the Yard Boys were going to Australia for a while because the reason they went was a Smash Bros tournament called Phantom. And if you watched my stream 2 days ago, you might have seen the top 32 of that event. It was a pretty good event. There were some good players, some good melee to be had. And all the Yard guys, Slime, Aiden, and Nick, are friends with a lot of Australians. Slime's been to Australia. I think Aiden has as well. And the Australians, we have a deep connection with them because every time the Smash Australians come to LA, they usually stay with us. So they were planning on going, but I wasn't. I wasn't going to go. I was going to stay home because, you know, I had been doing so many things. And like next week, I'm going on vacation with Cutie's family. And I didn't want to not stream for so long and then have chat say, are you even a streamer? Skull face emoji. Bro, does this channel even go live anymore? And then I checked my YouTube comments on my last video, and that was all the comments. So it's happening anyway, but whatever. That's why I originally wasn't going to go. But in the lead up, some news was made known to me that made me change my mind. 4 things happened. There were 4 things happening in Australia, and that's why I decided to go. Number 1 was filming the Yard. I have never missed a Yard episode. We've been doing the Yard for over a year. I've never missed a main episode. I missed a few bonus episodes, but I've never missed a main episode. So I was like, yeah, okay, this could be worth. 2, Phantom was happening, and Mango said I was allowed to stream Phantom if I went. So, you know, that pretty good. Not only do I get to go, I do the Yard, I also get a 6-hour stream in. That feels good. The 6 hours, you know, that's about 20% of my entire month right there. Do a 6-hour stream there, do a 6-hour stream today, take the next 2 weeks off. Sounds like a dream to me. Number 3, I wasn't going to have any voice cracks. Number 3, cold ones. I've been talking to Max for like on and off for like a year and a half because I watch a lot of Max's Pokemon unboxings. And of course, I watched him when I was younger. And I'd reach out to him in the past, and I was like, you know, hey. And he's like, hey, if you're ever in Australia, cold ones. And I was like, yeah, I'll do cold ones. And so that third one, cold ones. And then the 4th reason I wanted to go to Australia, and this was kind of selfish, is because the Trash Taste Boys, coincidentally, were in Australia the same weekend for an anime convention, get this, called SmashCon. And this is like my last opportunity to hang out with them before they fuck off to Japan and eat katsudon, or I don't know, whatever you do in Japan. So those are my 4 reasons. Those are my 4 pillars to go to Australia. They're my 4 goals. You know, also hanging out with, like, I did a thing, yeah, of course, boy, and seeing the Australian lads, but those are the 4 things I was going to do. You know, it was not a vacation per se. I needed some work things to justify going. So I ended up deciding to go. And as I'm booking the tickets, I ended up leaving Wednesday night at like 11 p.m. And I returned Monday. But what I didn't realize is the way it works when you fly to Australia. I left Wednesday night. I landed Friday morning. Is the audio that dank? I'm getting dank audio concerns, but I think you're all capping. Hold up. Yo. Is the audio that dank? I'm getting dank audio concerns, but I think you're all capping. Hold up. Yo. Okay, I'm going back and I'm banning just one person. You will be the soldier who falls on the sword. Okay. Well, Flat Block, thank you so much for your time, though. Honestly, it's been really great. Anyway, okay. So, when you go to Australia, because it takes 15 hours direct to go from Los Angeles to Sydney, and you also, what's the time difference? Time in Sydney right now. It's also 9:35 a.m. tomorrow, which means they're 12, 5, 17 hours ahead. So going there, you lose 30 hours of time, which blew my mind. Kind of a waste, I'll be honest, to fly that much and only be in a town for 3 days. I mean, I didn't mind it too much. I'll come clean here. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did get to wake up in Australia. Let me preface this by saying I feel, and you can call me out if you think I'm wrong here, I feel like I'm not a guy that spends an egregious amount of money on things. I have two exceptions. I have two exceptions. In general, I'm not a man who likes to spend lavishly on things. My two exceptions are really dumb shit for stream and things, experiential things that make my life more comfortable or give me good memories. Those are my two things. That's it. Let me give you some examples. I think this is pretty honest. Vespa, the Vespa I drive costs $3,000. The car I drive is a Volkswagen Jetta from 2011 that cost $8,000 6 years ago and has 150,000 miles. The clothes I wear are generally given to me for free. I don't get like designer wares. What I'll spend money on is like Jackie Chan for stream, Pokemon cards for myself. But also I like experiential things. Like I bought football tickets for my whole family and friends when I went home. It costs a lot of money. But I would rather have that experience of going to the football game with everyone, making the memory, than having like a Corvette. Yeah, I don't care about a Corvette. That's dumb. I would rather have something that makes my experience in life better. Whether it's like a little vacation or, in this case, a business class ticket. The audio keeps cutting out. I think if you refresh, you'll be fine. If you refresh, I'm sure. Here's the thing. It's not a me thing because I checked. Figure it out. Like, you're not 50. This isn't your dad. You're not your mom. Think about what you're doing right now. You're your dad on the iPad being like, the volume doesn't work. How do I get the YouTube's volume to work right? You're too young for that. You just got to figure it out. This is your if you're not crushing this, brother, you are fucked. Can't boomer me. Anyway, I bought a business class ticket, which is kind of a cheat code. I mean, the cheat code is just being rich, but it's kind of tight because you get a lie down seat. It's crazy. I flew on a lie down flat seat. I have a video of it. It's kind of cringe though. I don't know if I want to show you guys. The only video I took, I'm not a vlogger. I like to experience things and then tell you the story about it later. However, I sent like a 2-minute video to Cutie I gave her like a room tour when I was on the plane. So maybe I could show you the room tour. I don't know if it'll work though, because I sent it as a message. It's probably cringe though. I'm scrolling through our texts. There's a lot of texts. I'm still scrolling. Meow. Oh, my coffee arrived. All right, let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm pulling up. I got it. I don't think it leaks anything. I'm going to grab my coffee, and then I'll be right back, and then I'll hinge. Yummy, though. Yeah, it's yummy. Anyway, I'll show you a bit of it. It's kind of cringe, to be honest. I'm cringe. This was just for cutie, but I didn't take any other pictures of the room. This is so cringe.
Yo, what up? Room tour.
I can't watch myself. I can't watch myself be a human.
At the Delta One business class jet for you. So this is my seat, which is nice. That's everyone else that's here. I'm in the front, so it's a wall. I'm in the middle section, but it's actually it's private. I can't flip this switch, and I did it by accident, and there's a person there, but I'll try not to do that again. Coat hanger. Nifty next to the TV, which, you know, TV, cool. We got this little cubby where I put I meant to put this back in my bag, but I forgot, and my bag's too far, but I put my wallet and passport here, laptop, headphones, charger. I got a new mask and new earplugs, which is cool. I brought my essentials, which is One Piece volume, a book to write in, and then I have new and improved teeth brush bag.
Anyway, you get the idea. The only other thing that's kind of cool that I'll show you is this.
Also the door. I don't know how to open it, but I did close it. And this is my food menu.
They have a door. That's kind of cool. They have a door. A teeth brush bag for brushing your teeth. It's a teeth brush bag. Whatever. Okay. Cringe tour aside, that is what I spent my money on. Well, leak the menu. I think I have a picture of the food. It was all right. It looks like an appetizer in Ratatouille or some shit. It was like, but it's like on an airplane, so it's kind of shit. But it was all right. It was all right. It was fine. How much was it? It was a number that is a little too embarrassingly high to admit, but it was very expensive. But that is the flight I took there. The way it worked, however, it was like $15K. It was like $15K. Okay, whatever. It was like $15,000. It was a lot of money, but it was on the business card. So get fucked, whoever owns this business that I work in. Okay, it was on the business card. It's on the business card. It was. I know. I told you. It's a stupid. I told you before I prefaced. Did I not say it's a stupid? It was a stupid amount of money. Slime loves that. I didn't tell him. I did get a credit card from Delta, and I got 5% back, though. So kind of making money if you think about it, because then I write off the $15K, and then I get the 5% back. I'm making 5%. I like to call this the Andrew Tate hustle grustle. Okay? When you take his classes, you're going to learn about loopholes like this. Right now, you guys are sheeple. Me, I'm people. We'll get to that later. Anyway, I'm in there. It takes off at 11 p.m. Wednesday, right? 11 p.m. Wednesday. It arrives, it lands in Sydney, Australia. The north, not the full north, but the north east part of Australia at 7 a.m. on Friday. All right, that's what's happening. And what I did is the dumbest fucking thing possible. I got on the plane, I ate food, and what I realized when this happened, I realized that being a flight attendant on a plane is kind of like being a teacher for kindergarteners. And humans in their rawest form are just children. All you really need is to give them snackies and meals and nappy time and a fun thing to look at on the screen and a place to go potty, and that's it. That is all you need to take care of humans. And when we are in the plane, that's what was happening. So when I got my snackies, and I took a nappy time, but I took a nappy time in the first 9 hours. I slept for 8 hours straight, but I slept in the first 9. So I technically woke up at like 3 a.m. Australia time. And then I landed at 7. All right. And this started what is probably the longest day of my life. I landed at 7 a.m. I exit Sydney and I'm greeted with the streets. It's beautiful there right now because it's winter in Australia. If you don't know, that's how it works. Southern hemisphere is winter, northern hemisphere is summer. Quick aside on this, they celebrate summer vacation like the kids are off from school during our winter time. Weird. For some reason, I'm dumb maybe. I thought they would have done the same months as us, even though it's winter. They don't. They do it their summer, and they do summer. It's like summer Christmas vacation. Don't shit talk Andrew Tate. If you unironically follow Andrew Tate, you're a fucking loser. But I'll save that for a mogul mail. I'll save that for a mogul. We'll get to that. We'll get to that another day. Okay. You really need a man to tell you how to be an alpha? That's a beta thing. You're paying a man. Isn't he just trolling? I'm going to get, I'll leak this. I wrote a fucking essay on the plane. I wrote an essay on, oh no, Cutie just spilled all the coffee I got her. That's so sad. That is so sad. I'm so sorry. She spilled it all over her computer. Oh, that's so sad. I wrote an entire essay for a mogul mail on Andrew Tate because I think it's kind of really interesting. I wasn't going to make one at first, but Andrew Tate is way bigger than I am, and so I don't think this is like a Streisand effect. But wait, another day. Anyway, back to. I land at 7 a.m. in Australia, and the first thing I do is I go to my hotel. I get my things arranged. I have very little time. I have maybe like 45 minutes to take a shower, and then I have to go shoot the yard because we scheduled the yard to be at 10 a.m. It's a very busy day. The yard is at 10 a.m. We film it in front of the Sydney Opera House. Slime, Aiden, and Nick had already been there for a few days because they went for a full week. They went for a vacation. I just went for like a quick little business trip. And we do the yard. Yard goes great. Right after the yard, I have a quick lunch with the Trash Taste guys. Love hanging out with those guys. And then I'm bang. I have to jump on a plane to go do Cold Ones. Because they're in a different city in Australia. So the start of my day, yard, lunch, bang. Now I go to do Cold Ones. This is where things get a little crazy. Okay, this is where things get a little wild. Where was the Cold Ones office? I'll tell you. Just give me one gifted sub. I didn't know if this was public info, but a few people have already said it in chat. But yeah, it's in Melbourne. It's in Melbourne, otherwise known as Melbourne, otherwise known as Melbourne. It depends what level of American you want to be. You can Joe Rogan it and say Melbourne. You can go full alt-right and go Melbourne, or you can try to assimilate and go Melbourne. Up to you. That's the city. It's in the south, southeast, and I go there. So I'm going to my flight now. I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm fucking dumb. I'm a streamer. I'm not all that put together. Nick Yingling, my personal assistant, is the one who booked the ticket for me. On the ticket, it says like BYO jet. So I arrive at the Sydney airport flying to Melbourne, and I'm at the wrong terminal. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I walk to another terminal. I got there an hour early. I'm just lost. I'm walking around trying to figure out where things are. And I will say, Sydney, generally a great city. There's one thing I fucking hate. and it's specifically airport terminals. Because for whatever reason, they don't allow you to like print out your ticket at one of the kiosks. It was just a bag check. And so I go to the kiosk and I'm trying to print out my ticket and I can't do it. And I asked the lady, I'm like, why can't I print out? And she's like, oh, sorry, hon. You got to stand in the line for that. I'm like, whatever. So I go, I'm flying on Qantas Air. Okay, Qantas Airlines. I've never been on this airline before, but I'm flying Qantas Air. I get into line to get my ticket with about 37 minutes before my plane takes off. There's maybe 3 people in front of me. If you have never been an avid flyer, you might not know that 30 minutes before your plane takes off, they shut off the ticket printing. You cannot print a ticket within 30 minutes of the plane taking off. It's just a rule. It's worldwide. You just can't do it. So I'm in the line, and I'm thinking I'm going to make it. I'm like a couple minutes pass, and I'm already one spot closer. And then the weirdest fucking thing in my life happens. And then this is when I needed to start downloading Andrew Tate podcasts because I realized I was a beta. A man cuts me in line, looks at me in a very cheerful Australian accent. He goes, "Oh, how you going, mate?" And I was stun locked. And I went, I'm going, good. And I just let it happen. Because I didn't know if he was there earlier. He made it seem like it was supposed to happen. Because there was people behind me too. And none of them said it. There was like 4 people behind me. 2 people in front. And he cuts in. And I'm like, wow, wait. He made it seem like that's supposed to happen. I don't know. He had a duffel bag. Maybe duffel bag people get to go top 3. I don't know. I got top G'd in that moment. I let it happen. And I was like, well, I hope this doesn't fuck me over. Spoiler alert, it fucks me over. I finally get through the line, and when I go up to the lady, there are 29 minutes left until my flight is going to take off. I catch this lady too. She helped the guy right before me, the guy who cut me, and she's about to walk away, and I go, excuse me. And she's like, "Oh, sorry, hon, just about to take off. Is it something quick?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just need to print out my ticket." And she's like, "Well, do you have any bags?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "All right then." And she stays to help. And she's like, and she's doing the thing where she's like flight attendants do. Ooh. Sorry, Hans. Looks like they've closed the gates already. And I'm already preparing a manifesto in my head that I'm going to drop on Twitter like influencers do when they get on their stupid high horse about how you should never fly Qantas Air. And that those rapscallions have zero respect for me. Do they even know who I am? But before I can do that, she goes, "Huh. All right." So she starts talking to herself. And she's talking about the gate. She's like, "All right, it's to Melbourne. Give me just a moment." And just for a little context, this is important. She's like a 35, 40-year-old woman, beautiful woman. She's a beautiful woman. She blonde hair, huge knockers. It's relevant, I promise. Picks up the phone. Bring, 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 bring. And then as it's ringing, she goes, "I think I know the person working there." Phone conversation starts. She goes, "Oh, it's Joanne," and she begins a conversation with whoever was working at the gate. And I know things are going well because she starts like this. "Oh, is that Ricky? Well, how you doing?" And starts schmoozing a little. She's like, "I'm so glad it was you. Yeah, one of my favorite here." "No, stop it. Haven't seen you yet today. What's that all about?" And I'm sitting here, and part of me is like, this is taking up a lot of time. You are flirting, and my plane leaves in 26 minutes and 20 seconds. And the other part of me is like, this is my only option. She keeps going. She's like, oh, well, yeah, I'm off at 9. No, I could be down for drinks tonight. And she's like, setting up plans with this guy. And in the middle of this flirtation, she cuts him off real quick. She goes, sorry, Ricky, it's just got a fella here. He's just trying to go home for the holidays. Is it possible to just get one ticket printed out? And I hear through the phone, the only thing I hear Ricky say the whole time, he goes, yeah, it's all right. And immediately she's like, I'm going to give you she says this, I promise she says this. She goes, I'm going to give you the biggest hug when I see you later. And I'm like, God damn, Joanne the GOAT. I am literally soy jacking when I hear this. I'm like, and I think she sees my soy jack. She wants to double down and prove she's the GOAT. So she goes, well, that security line looks awful long. Let me sneak you on through. Walks me through to the front of the security line. The plane is supposed to close 15 minutes before. There are maybe 21 minutes left before it takes off. I skip to the front. I just go through security, very lax compared to lax. Get through, and I get on the plane. I try not to talk to Ricky before I get on because I don't want to unravel the lie that I'm actually an American who didn't really need to make this flight, but because I wasn't going home, but I just needed to do a podcast with Cold Ones people. Anyway, shout out Joanne, Qantas, goated airline. Hop on the plane. I do my plane thing. I've been reading a book. It's called The Courage to Be Disliked. It's like a self-help book. I only got it because it was at a bookstore in the airport, and I was bored, and it was written by a Japanese guy. I'm about 70% of the way through. It's all right. Anyway, I land, and then as I land, my data comes back. Because I didn't buy internet on the plane. I was just reading a book. I was just old school. When I land, my data comes back, and my phone blows up. And I have like 15 texts from Max Mofo. 15. He's like in a panic. He's like, where are you? What's going on? Are you okay? Ludwig, are you alive? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And he's like, oh, thank God. Because I was about to tweet this out. In the time that I had been flying from Sydney to Melbourne, he had printed out a 2-foot by 3-foot poster that says, lost streamer. If you find him, call this number, with a picture of my face. Which had to take in way more effort than could possibly be imagined. You had to go to a printing place for this. This is not like an 8.5 by 11 A4 piece of paper. This was like it's like poster board. And I take my Uber there. And look, I've watched Cold Ones for a while now. I've followed Max for a long time. I've watched his Pokemon. Back in the day, I watched a bit of Filthy Frank. And I obviously know who Chad was because I've been big in the streaming world for a long time. I know what happens on Cold Ones. I've been very distant to Max this whole time. I've been very like wary. Like, for example, I was like, I messaged him. I was like, hey, just so you know, my limit is 8 beers. That's it. I drink 8 beers. And that's the most I can drink. Thinking that I'd set a limit. Admittedly, I lied. I can drink like 12 beers and I'll be fine. But I said 8. Thinking that, they'll probably try to sneak it up a bit. And as I expected, when I said I have an 8 limit max, he replies, we'll see. Not the greatest thing to read back. I also eat a lot of food. and I have a coffee because bear in mind, it is now like 6 p.m. I woke up at 4 a.m. same day. So I'm very deep into my day. I arrive, I'm at the studio, and we sit down. We exchange pleasantries as a token of gratitude and hopefully a bit of bribery. I give them a dozen donuts from Krispy Kreme just because I saw it at the airport and there was no line for it. And I sit down. Podcast hasn't even started, and Max is sifting through his alcohol cabinet like a librarian sifts through a bookshelf. What do you have? And I'm like, maybe we wait for it to start before we do the drinking. And he's like, nah, no, customary that we drink before. And I'm like, again, knowing what these guys do to people on cold ones, I'm like, I don't know about all that. Holy shit, sweet Cristiano. Anyway, back to it. Chad then shows up. Chad shows up just a little bit after, and he just cracks a beer, and we just start sipping casually. I was literally screenshotting that. And then we chat, we shoot the shit, get to know each other. Pretty normal thing. I think we clicked pretty well off rip. And we're doing this because Scott is late as fuck. Clearly has no respect for his guests. It's okay, Scott. I forgive you. Anyway, podcast begins. And these guys are way sharper than I realized. Like when you watch Cold Ones, in my mind, it's just a couple of drunk guys fucking off. It's like The Yard, but they're drunk. It's not like that. They record for a lot longer and edit it down to a lot shorter. I can only imagine the things that Prezzo has seen in the footage he has on his hard drive. There's a chance Prezzo could blackmail the internet and take over. Because they go for a long time and they get hammered. Crazy things happen there, surely. But we jump in, and they're very keen, right? They're very keen. So like every time I'm like sipping, I'm trying to babysit my drink. Chad or Max will chime in and be like, time for a new drink. Like they almost have their own like rhythm, their circadian rhythm, their like internal clock, and it's like a drink clock. And when it's like a timer, and like when it's up, they're like, I need a new drink. I haven't had a new drink in 5 minutes. Where's my new drink? And then they go to find one. Now here's the thing. I set an 8 beer limit. And I had like chugged one. We did like a little chug off. I drank a few. I had a VB, went through some. I didn't realize, and I should have known because I've seen Cold Ones, Max doesn't like beer. So immediately he pivots and he's like, all right, Ludwig, how about you go get some hard alcohol? And they have like a shelf full of it. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to say no. I don't want to look like a little bitch. So I'm like, all right. Sure. So I'm looking through, and these guys are a little bit drunker than me. So I'm like, I'm going to fool them. I pull out a 20% alcohol. It's basically just a sweetened wine. And I pour 3 shots. I don't show them the label. I'm like, broop, broop, broop. Throw that bitch down. They're like, oh, that was sweet. I'm like, yeah. Goes on a little longer. And I don't know what it was, but Chad's alcohol senses start tingling. And when the alcohol entered his body, he was like, that wasn't enough. That was too low percentage. And he looks at the bottle and he goes, 20%. Oh, no. And this is where I fucked up. Trying to deceive them, trying to manipulate them into getting me to drink less, only led them to distrust me and think that I needed to catch up more, faster. How do you catch up getting drunk faster? It's not by drinking a beer. It's by a stronger alcohol. He pulls out an alcohol. I don't even know what the name of it was. You'll have to watch it when it comes out. 80%. Once alcohol starts to reach 90%, it literally has a label saying you must dilute this before drinking. At that point, it's just ethyl. It's pure ethyl. This is like probably the highest percentage of alcohol you can drink before you just can't be drinking alcohol anymore. Yes, it was the Stroh 80. He pours me a shot. It smelled like lighter fluid. And I have like a big Coke next to me. And I try, dude. I try my damnedest. I chug like a quarter of a Coke. Take the shot. Chug the Coke. Like a cartoon character, I try to swallow and a big lump goes through my throat. In the moment it goes down, I'm like, oh no, it's going back up. And a war rages down in this part of my body. It probably feels similar to when Rock Lee opened up the third gate in his fight against Gara, but instead of having an immense amount of chakra, I was about to throw up. Things start to get a little hazier from here for me, I'll admit. Not as clear in my mind. I throw up. And then to wash down the throw up, Chad, the sweetheart he is, already has another beer ready for me. And we finish out the podcast. And I'm like, oh, finally. Time for bed. All right. I've puked. Had an 80%. I've rallied. I've been up for about like 17, 18 hours at this point. An average human, you're supposed to be up 16 hours, sleep 8 hours. It's normal. I'm a little past, I'm overdue. I'm like, great. And then Chad's like, all right, time to go out. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, time to go out. And I'm like, oh, all right. But when in Rome, you know? I'm only in Australia for so long. I've never been before. You're not going to pass up on the opportunity to go out with cold ones, gentlemen, Max and Chad. So we go out. We go to the first bar. I'm drunk enough to realize... I'm sober enough to realize that I'm drunk, but I'm drunk enough that any more drinks is just going to ruin me. You know, and I have a lot to do this weekend still. So we get to like the first bar, and it's some gaming bar. And I know I'm fucked up because I'm playing against Max in Smash Ultimate, and I'm losing. No offense to Max. He's probably proficient at the game. There's no fucking universe a sober me should ever lose to Max. Albeit we were playing on like a TV that had latency with it, but I'm getting dusted by him. And I'm like, this isn't going well. So when they start handing out shots, I start doing this thing. Max is really good and Ludwig sucks. Is this Prezzo? Did you just switch accounts? Prezzo, I know this is you and you just switch accounts. You can't fool me. They're definitely asleep. It's like 9 a.m. in Australia. There's no shot they get up at this hour. 1. 2, you just posted that you got a 1 of 10 and you were proud because you edited the video. So you already have access to the account. 3, you're Canadian, and everyone talks about how cringe that is. Moving on. I gave you some hard edits, by the way, Prezzo. No, it's Chad. It's not Chad. Actually, it could be Chad. Chad? Now, I was a little nervous at first to meet Chad because I didn't really... in my mind, he was a drinking juggernaut, the likes of which the world had never seen. And he is that. Can I also say Chad is the sweetest teddy bear of a man I had ever met. He was simultaneously like incredibly fucked up, just a menace in the streets, just going up to Uber drivers, saying random shit, an absolute menace. But then he would also go up to me and he would give me his big puffer jacket because it was winter there and I only had like my sweatshirt. And he was like, all right, well, let's get you home, buddy. Like, let's get you back to the hotel. And like drove me specifically to the hotel at the end of the night to tuck me away in bed. Ridiculously, by the way, he put me up in like a penthouse suite at the Crown Casino. It was like thousands of dollars. My flight was at 9 a.m. No, he didn't. No, he drove with me. There was an Uber. No, in Australia, it's not called. There's no drinking and driving laws. It's just called Birrio. It's legal. Although I will say, we took an Uber. But quick aside, there was the next day I was hanging out with I Did a Thing in Boy Boy, and Boy Boy was like, well, technically, since you're a foreigner, they can't arrest you for drunk driving. And I was like, that's not how it works. He's like, no, yeah. And he was adamant. He's like, yeah, the way it works is since you're a foreigner, they can't get you for it. And I'm like, certainly not. Certainly that's not how. He's like, no, because then you go home and what are they going to do? You're home now. And I'm like, yeah, but what if I get in a car wreck and they arrest me in the car wreck? And he's like, well, that's just don't get in a car wreck. Anyway, he brings me to the hotel. It's this insane hotel. It's like this beautiful penthouse suite. I did not deserve this hotel, not because I don't deserve it, in part because of that, but also I'm only there for like a few hours. And then Chad, sweetheart he is, he gives me like a little backpack. We chat for a moment. It's like he's like half Dr. Jekyll and half Mr. Hyde. And Mr. Hyde is like a sweet caretaker, and he's nurturing, and he wants to make sure everyone around him's having a good time. And then he goes Dr. Jekyll, and he's like, what nonsense can I get up to? Like, for example, yeah, I say Jekyll, not Jekyll. All right, we can move on. I'm an English major. I'm right. You're wrong. Get over it. When we get to the Crown, it's like 2 a.m. at this point. He turns to me and he's like, want to gamble? And that's like his Dr. Jekyll. And then I'm like, he just looks at me. I don't even reply. I'm like this. I'm a zombie of a human. And he's like, nah, let's get you to bed, Mr. Hyde. But like, you know what I mean? He's always down to party, but he's also down to care. Anyway, I get to the hotel. I sleep, and I have to get up from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. to make my flight. Spoiler alert, I missed my flight. Whatever. It is what it is. I get a new one, and then I go back to Sydney next day. That was day one. This was just one day that I spent in Australia. This is day one. Great day. Fun times. What I didn't expect, and maybe this is weird of me, Chad and Max liked me. And not just liked me, they liked the rest of the Yard Boys. And I think Chad had been following like Nick for a while. Even though for some reason he thought Nick's name was Alex, and he kept calling Nick Falco the whole day. I thought that was funny. Anyway, well, they come to hang out and go to the Smash event. They come. And I was like, that's cool. And it turns into this weird crossover where now in Sydney, Australia, there's the Cold One Boys. There's I Did a Thing in Boy Boy. The Trash Taste guys are there for the anime convention. The Smashers are there for the Smash tournament. The Yard Boys are there for filming the Yard, and I'm there. It's this amalgamation of lads that have all somehow ended up in the Southern Hemisphere at the same time in the same place. And Saturday is like the precursor to this. Saturday, we all go to Sydney. And we start hanging out. And this is where a bit of degeneracy starts. Because we go out, and what I didn't realize is Sydney is a really cool city. I actually have no qualms with the city of Sydney. I think it's an amazing city. It's a city. It's beautiful. It's right by the water. There's a lot of great food. There's a lot of amazing Asian food there. There's a lot of shopping to do. It's really fun to just bike around on e-bikes around. It's just fun to do that. Brizzy's better. You literally have poop water that you call surfing towns. So eat it. Major problem that I have with Sydney. They close very early. weirdly early. For a city of that many people, everything closes at 11 p.m. And I learned about this. Apparently, people in Sydney were going to bars late, getting drunk, and there was a lot of street fights, maybe like people stealing bikes, general degeneracy. And they made a law that all bars have to close at 11 a.m. It was or 11 p.m. It was a lockout law. I think they have since changed these laws, but the damage has been done. And also because of COVID, it kind of interlapsed because COVID is very strict, the restrictions in Australia. Everything closes at 11 p.m. There are literally 2 things to do in Sydney past 11 p.m. It is 1, go to a karaoke bar, or 2, go to a casino. Because if you want to continue drinking, those are the only places that will allow you to do that. Also Frankie's Pizza, but that's a different story. And this is also probably why, in part, Australia is one of the countries most affected by gambling losses. If you don't know this, the number 2 country in the world, it's not the US, but it's something similar to that. It might be Mexico. I'm not sure. The number 2 country in the world in terms of losses per person stands at $450 per person lost a year gambling. It's number 2. Australia is number 1, $900. They lose double number 2 gambling every year. The average person. That's insane to me. That's fucked. I don't think that's a great solution. All right, let the bars run rampant, let the bars run late. I'm sure that's just one factor in many, by the way, of why that is the case, but it is the case. Crazy. So Saturday, the night starts very casually. We're just out, we're drinking, we're having a good time. We go to this really beautiful place called Darling Harbour. It's right by where SmashCon was happening, which technically isn't the Smash event. It was the anime event. And we get drinks there. And it's always weird. I always feel like I'm like in the genjutsu when I was partying at night there, because the sun sets at like 4:30 p.m. and it's dark out by like 5:30. And so you start like eating and drinking at 5:30 and it feels like it's nighttime. And then you look at the clock and you've been drinking for 4 hours and it's 9 p.m. And you're like, bro, what? It's 9 p.m. What are we doing? This is, you know what I mean? It's absurd. It's absurd to be drinking for 4 hours and you look down, it's 9 p.m. So we're all out at Darling Harbour and we're having some drinks. And I think I have like a couple, let me see if I can find them. Couple nice cheery videos. Okay, this is the first thing that I thought was kind of funny. So we're having like a dinner. One thing I noticed about Australia, which I didn't know, they don't make anything. They have zero export. Like if you go to Italy, they're known for their olive oil, their wine, their leather. You know, you go to the U.S., they're known for their burgers, their fast food, their cars, whatever. You go to Australia, they don't have a lot of Australian things. Like you don't go to an Australian restaurant in Sydney. They don't have like an authentic Outback. Right? They have Vegemite at best. And what you do is you go to like a Chinese place because they have dope Chinese food because they're like really close to Asia. You know, it's like the main thing. It doesn't feel like, and even in goods, like Cutie wanted me to bring back a gift for her. And I literally Googled, I was like, what does Australia make? There's like nothing. You can come back with like a little fucking figurine of the Sydney Opera House if you want. Tim Tams, but you can get that here. It feels like there's nothing you can get in Australia that you cannot get in the US. Right? Like Even like boomerang. You can get that here. That's not that, you know what I mean? So anyway, we end up mostly eating at like Asian restaurants. That's like the thing to do in Sydney. And they have really great Asian food, so no complaints here. While we're at one of these Chinese places, there's like a feast. We have like dumplings, and it's me and the guys were hanging out. I get a ping on my phone, and it's an airdrop. And I don't know. I just accept it. I don't even think, I just accept. And I get this. This is still on my phone. I just get this. And it's just a picture of a dude, and it says Big Nut. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm showing the guys, and we all start laughing. And then we look around, and there's just a dude with his phone out like this, he looks like a golden retriever. He's like, and he's just staring at us very nervously. And I will say one thing about Chad, two things about Chad. Chad, for cold ones, one, incredibly recognizable. He is like a national monument in Australia. He got recognized more than anybody I was with by a factor of like 3. Because he's very tall, he's a large man, and he looks exactly like he does on the screen. And also, if you come up to him, he's incredibly friendly. Like, he will act as he does on the screen. So the moment Chad catches wind that Big Nut is behind us, he's like, all right, come over then. And he's also the type of guy that if someone recognizes him, he'll be like, all right, let's get some shots. Give me some shots. Let's drink. He's like that type of guy. Where me, I try to min-max my interactions so that they have a good time, but also I am able to do it efficiently. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? And they're like, great. I'm like, what's your name? They're like, Peter. I'm like, Peter, you want to pick? They're like, yeah. Chad is like, give me a fucking drink. Let's get fucked up. And then after they hang out for a few minutes, he's like, all right, fuck off now. And that's Chad. I've never seen another creator that's like that. That's that Giga Chad about his interactions. And so this guy comes over, one of the sweetest people, by the way. He's like, I love every single one of you. And it's like, it is literally like the Mount Rushmore of Australia. Because it's Max, Chad, I Did a Thing, and Boy Boy. It's like, if you're talking about Australian content creation, I mean, they're only missing Laserbeam, and you pretty much got it down pat. They cover all the bases, all the corners. And so we get some dinner, and then we go out to the karaoke bar, and I just have one clip from this night that I think sums it up pretty well. I took it kind of easier this night. You know, I was just kind of chilling at karaoke. Like Connor and Garnt came out, and we were just talking, shooting the shit. I ended up getting into like a deep conversation with Garnt. I really like Garnt. Very cool guy. Very nice guy. Very, very smart guy. I'm lying down talking to Garnt. As I'm talking to Garnt, I notice like Nick is filming me. Do you mean Grant? I mean Garnt. I mean Garnt. Wait, what? Garnt. Wait, not Grant. Who's Grant? Is Grant Garnt? Have I never known this information till now? My keyboard's not plugged in, I just realized. Gigok. Garnt. Oh, it's a meme. Okay, don't debate me. I was like, damn, I hung out with this dude like fucking 3 days straight, and I was calling this guy the wrong name. Yeah, okay, great. So I'm hanging out with Garnt. We're talking. We're shooting the shit. I look up at this karaoke bar, and I think this clip encapsulates how this night went. If that is not one of the most horrible things you have ever seen in your life, you've lived a fucked life. That's the Dr. Jekyll, by the way. That was sock on. Yeah, we went to this karaoke bar. The karaoke bar was really fucking weird. Like, the karaoke bar itself, when we went into it, had like these like Eastern European guards posted up out front who were like being really hard ass with us. They were like, Americans first. And like me and Aiden would shuffle to the front. And then like at one point they were like, you can't go through, to like Nick or someone. And then as a joke, Aiden's like, how about I bribe you? And he's like, how much? And he's like, will you take 20 Canadian? And the guard like stole Aiden's 20 Canadian dollars. And we were like, what? Wait, but, and he's like, mine now. It's like, you can't even spend that here. And so he grabs it back and, and it was all kind of weird. And we get into the karaoke place itself. And this is like the Japanese style karaoke bars where you have a private room and it was just all of us hanging out. But the karaoke room was like the floor was sticky like a movie theater. Like you would lift your feet and it would have a little bit of pull. Like your foot would hit the top of your shoe before your foot lifts up. I was wearing shoes that were slightly too tight and I've been wearing them all day and my feet were dogged. So I was socks only, but I was like, all right, whatever. Now with that added context, let's watch this clip one more time. Do not! Feral behavior. Feral behavior at the karaoke bar. Oh, let's see. Hold up. Let me check this. And then if you're wondering how the karaoke went, I'll just show you a quick clip. You got that in a 10-second dose. That went on for about an hour and a half. You know that one TikTok meme where they go, oh, and it's like the sound effect meme. It's like it's like a guy snoring. It became a war cry of sorts. Anyway, that was night two. That was night two. Go to my hotel, wake up, the final day begins. And this is Sunday. And this is the day, if you guys watched Phantom on my stream, that was Saturday for you guys. This is the final day of Phantom. So I woke up and I tried to explore Sydney for a bit. I biked around. I shopped. I got a haircut. It was nice. I explored the city. Beautiful city. Very nice. Got some clothes at Carhartt. Carhartt swag. Because there's no Australian clothes anyway. Got Cutie a cute little sweatshirt. Fun things. Showed up to the tournament. Commentated top 8. Very cool. Afterwards, this was one of my favorite memories that I think I'll ever have. It ended up being a combination of the Cold Ones guys, the Smashers, the Yard Boys, the Sydney Boys. Like I did a thing in Boy. Trash Taste guys. Everybody came to hang out, and we all went to this super cute little street market that is meant to be designed like a Chinatown street market. I forget what it's called. Spice Alley. We all go to Spice Alley. Look at this group. Just look at the picture of this. This is like 6 p.m., by the way. Look how many people are here. Everybody in this group was part of the same group. All these people were part of the same group. It was like 50. There was more on the left, too, because there's like another alleyway. It was like 50 people. I wish every city would have this. It was an incredibly cool location. It's basically like a bunch of like small little Asian food marts, like stores, stands, and then like one place where you can buy beer at the front. And it was just a bunch of people getting fucked up. And it was very communal. Like people would go to get beer, but they would always get like 3 beers and they would just hand out beers to random people. We sang happy birthday 2 times. And the other thing that happened in Spice Alley And I'll play this video in the background while that happens. This is by the way, this is all the people leaving. This is all the people leaving Spice Alley. The other thing that happened in Spice Alley was a meeting of the minds. Mango met Chad from Cold Ones. Mango and Chad are cut from the same cloth. Mango is a drinking champion. He won Beerio Kart, far and away goated at drinking compared to any American. Chad, the Australian version. Legendary drinker, absolute legend. Drinks like no other. Several times during this night in Spice Alley, they would do a chug-off. It would be like the Americans and the Smashers backing Mango, and then like the Aussies and the Cold Ones boys backing Chad, and they would give them beer, and they would just like, who can drink faster? You know, like two titans meeting. And to Mango's credit, they did 2 bottle races. Mango crushed both. He beat Chad in both. First one was a little closer, and then he won the second one. But since they were chugging so many beers, Mango started to get pretty drunk. And our group of 40 was walking around town. When you have that many guys together, it's almost a problem. It's almost a liability. That's a rowdy group of people. So I have a genius idea. We have 40 guys. That's too many people. No bar is going to accept us. We would destroy any business. We would make it a terrible time. So I lead the group out of Spice Alley after hanging out there for a couple hours. And I go to the venue where they played Smash because Nick was talking about wanting to do Foursquare, a little bit of handball. And I do it, and I do a loop. So I walk into it, and then we get there, and everyone's like, well, half the people are like, oh, Foursquare, and half the people are like, oh, I don't want to play Foursquare. We immediately leave. And there's this weird effect that happens where like the group starts shedding people, and they start splitting off. And I'm trying to be like a leader that's making smaller tribes of people so that everyone's still having a good time, but so that we can also walk through town without destroying the world. So we shed half the group. We now have 20 people. So we take our 20 people and we go to another bar across the street. It was like an empty bar. And we walk into it. And I was walking around, I think illegally, with like a beer in hand that I had from Spice Alley. I'm just walking around and I have my beer and I sneak through. I show the guy my ID and there's a security guard at the front. Joey, aka Lucky, who played really well at the tournament, also walks in with a beer. I didn't realize how illegal or faux pas that was. Apparently, bars can lose their license if you walk into a bar with a beer. So he kicks Joey out, and he's like, bro, you got to leave. And we're like, oh, dude, come on. So he leaves, and he's like, okay, can he chug and come back in? Security guard's hard ass. He's like, no. Who's the hero who saves Joey? The only guy of our group of 20 who got kicked out? Chad walks out, and he's like, all right, mate, what's the number? And the guy's like, no, there's no number. There's no number at all. He's like, come on, everyone's got a number. He's like, there's no number. Chad pulls out 300 Australian dollars. It's equivalent to about 15 US. A little more. Hands it to the guy. Bouncer does one of these. All right, come in. Giga Chad gets him through. And so we all start hanging out at this new bar. And then the moment they enter the bar, Chad has unresolved beef with Mango. It's another chug off. Shout out Don B. It's another chug off. This time in glasses, which is what Chad had asked for. Now, bear in mind, up to this point, Mango is 2-0 on Chad. This is game 3. Dude. Legend. Very fast on the chug. Chad wins one. And that also starts the beginning of the downfall of Mango. You see, Mango can drink a lot, but he's not infallible. Mango can get drunk. You might have seen it on stream a couple of times in the past. And after chugging 3 beers in the span of maybe like 10 minutes, he starts to get a little bit tipsy. And Mango, when he's drunk, specifically with me, likes to start boxing. And he's so rowdy that he's even throwing the Australians off. And he starts going up to me, and he's just punching my calves. And he's like throwing out good jabs too. Powerful jabs. He's just fucking poof, poof, poof. Now, if you've never heard this story, I've sworn off fighting Mango. I refuse to fight him. We have fought in the past. It's usually a friendly fight, but we've agreed to fight in the past. The last time I fought Mango, about 18 months ago, I put him in a chokehold and I squeezed so hard that I tried to kill him. He woke up with a sore neck and he was sore for the next weekend. I didn't feel good after that. It didn't feel good in my heart. It felt bad. So I refused to fight. I just refused to fight him. He's like a titan. It takes too much to take him down, and I'm not willing to go to that level. In this case, I don't want it enough. But Mango's also persistent. So he just keeps jabbing. And all the Australians are like, because I'm not fighting back, they're like, what? Is this normal? And we're like, oh yeah, it's Mango. And they're like, but he keeps doing it. And like Joey Lucky, he's like trying to hold Mango back. And Mango's like a cartoon character. He'll get held back, and like imagine you guys are me right now. He's like this, and then I'll get pulled back, and he'll jump in like this. He'll go like a fucking cartoon character. He'll jump in for like a My Hero Academia Deku last hit punch, and everyone's like, hey, whoa! He does this for 10 minutes, and I'm a patient guy. I think I'm a patient guy. But my patience was wearing thin. And eventually I crack. And I walk up and I'm like, all right, if I just put him down, he'll stop. And I just grab him. But of course, I'm a little bit drunk. I'm not fighting great. And Mango's really hard to take down. So I get him. I try to do him. It creates enough commotion that the bartender comes over. And in the moment we are separated, goes to Mango and he goes, look, mate, you just got to quit it. Mango, without hesitating, does one of these. The guy's like 6'5". Mango's like 5'8" or 9. He goes, fuck you. Turns right back, goes to jab me. You can imagine what happens next. He gets kicked out. Pretty instantly, Mango gets kicked out of the bar. Because, you know, he's a little bit rowdy. And then enters Mango outside the bar at the window.
He wants it. No! Oh my God.
And everyone is treating him like a zoo animal. Had a great time feeding the animals. And then here's them trying to hook him up with the vape. And then I have this video of him just outside humping the glass. It's just an absolute menace. He's kind of like Minx in a sense, that I think Mango's goal when he navigates his time out, it's not like, hey, let's have some good times, some good drinks, some good stories, some good conversation. It's like, let's make this night memorable. Let me make a splash that makes what happened here today a story worth talking about. And Mango and Minx are cut from the same cloth from that perspective. In the moment, you're like, oh, fucking this guy. In hindsight, you're like, all right, I get it. I get why he goes for this. He's a content man through and through. We end up leaving the bar and we go to another bar across the street somewhere. It takes maybe 5 minutes for Mango to get kicked out at the new bar. He somehow ends up sneaking back in, but the bartender is like, I'm not serving you drinks. Someone tries to buy a drink for him. The bartender as Mango's drinking it, like snatches it out. Absolute menace. And so a few of us, because Mango specifically is trying to fight me, I'm like, okay, maybe if I'm out of Mango's AOE, his area of effect, he becomes less aggro. Maybe I am setting off Mango. We create an escape plan. And so like the group is following everywhere, and it's like a group of 20, and it's really hard to navigate that. So we sneak into a bar, we go through a back door, and we escape, just a few of us. And we go to a different bar, and then the rest of the night from there on out is pretty chill. It's great conversation. It's great time. Honestly, that night is probably one of the best nights I've had hanging out with creators especially. Do you have bruises? Just a bit. It's not much. Just a couple. For free? Yeah, I'm trying to up the wiki feed. I dropped from 5.5 to 4.98. And then night ends. We go to this place. I will say this is. I just got to shout out this place. If anyone's ever in Sydney, it was right next to Spice Alley. It was a Japanese like themed bar called Blossom. And the guy who works there, his name is Aaron. Normally, most bars, especially Spice Alley itself, they close at 9 p.m., 10 p.m. This dude, absolute sweetheart. He was supposed to get off at 9, kept his bar open until midnight for us. And we just sat at this great big table and just drank the whole night. Good conversation, all those good things. Just like an absolute G. Unless midnight would somehow get them in trouble, in which case they didn't keep it open until midnight. They closed it very early on a normal time that was legal. You better have tipped well. Guess who was the hero who bought everything and tipped everything? Take one guess. Based off the story I have said for the past hour, who do you think came through, paid for everything every time? Chad. I even offered. I was like, bro, you got round one, let me get round two. And I was like, hey, can I pay? And he's like, already done. It's always Chad, man. Sweetheart. Absolute sweetheart. Everyone there was great, though. And it was bittersweet in a way because over the past month and a half, it felt like there's been a lot of collaboration and a lot of events. Things like TwitchCon, Anime Expo, Mogul Money Live, you know, the Trash Taste Boys coming to town. There's been a lot of like creators hanging out with each other, and you might have seen this online and through different podcasts. This felt like the final one, like the last hangout, the last supper, you know? And we are all going our separate ways. Like, I did a thing, boy, they're going to stay home and they're going to start working on their videos. Cold Ones guys going to go back to doing their thing. Trash Taste guys are all going back to Japan. I'm back in LA. I'm just going to be grinding out content. You're sagging, but I've been barely streaming. You know, I'm getting genuine comments on my YouTube channel from people like, hey, when does this guy stream? Because I've just been hanging out with people so much that it's like this era's coming to a close. The rivalry is ending, if you will. Not a weeb, by the way. And so we're going to go back to grinding our things. What about the yard guys? Well, they're also coming back. Yeah. I'm sure there will be another period of time that happens like that again. But it, like I was reflecting on the plane, and normally I don't do this. I think Cutie has made me a better person in this way. Is I sent like, you know how when you're young and you get birthday gifts and your mom's like, you got to send thank you cards out. And you're like, why am I going to do that? I literally like went through and every person who I hang out with, who like I just love and just was excited to hang out with and had a great time, I just sent like a message. I was just on the plane flying back here, and I was just so like a combination of emotional and also like Like understanding that this is a unique period of time that I have lived through. I was just sending messages to all these, like, you know, unique to everyone and all those good things. I do that when I'm drunk. I did it sober. I do it when I'm drunk, but when you're drunk, it sounds like, bro, I fucking love hanging out with you, man. You're fucking so good, dude. Bro, I just want to hang out more. And sometimes it hits a little weird if they're not as drunk as you. So, and that was the wrap up of the journey. Went to bed. We ended the night at this bar called Frankie's Pizza, which I have a shirt from. It's like a pretty legendary spot in Sydney because it's open very late and they serve alcohol. Also, they have good pizza. I almost got kicked out of it somehow. I don't even know how. I was just talking to people and the barkeep came down. He's like, just so you know, you bumped shoulders when you walked and the guy who you bumped into wanted to fight you and we pulled him away. And I was like, how did this happen without me knowing? But then I left and the manager came up and he's like, here's a free t-shirt though. I'm like, what? How did this happen? But yeah, we go back to the hotel. And then it's me and Nick Yingling. Dude, I will say the flight home was crazy. The airport was backed up yesterday. We were in line for we got to the airport an hour and a half early. We got on our flight like 5 minutes after they were supposed to close the doors. Crazy. But anyway, got home, took a nap when I'm here. And that's it. And that's it. That was my short-lived 3 days in Australia. Weirdest part, flying back, I left at 9 a.m. Monday today. I landed at 6 a.m. same day. So I've done a bit of time traveling. And that was the Australia trip. Good times. And you know what I'm almost scared to meet creators now. Because every creator I've met is so cool and they're just a human underneath the content that they create, which is obvious. That's always been the case. And I've told you guys that. But I'm worried about meeting people that, like, what if I meet Keemstar? I feel like he's going to be a human underneath his terrible, terrible psychopath exterior. And I'm terrified of that. So I hope I never meet Keemstar until I die. Because everyone I've met as a creator is just they're so great because they're just humans. I feel like anytime you just share a drink with someone, you sit across the table with them, they're a human. You know what I mean? They're not like, what's up, Drama Alert Nation, and all that. So, bad example. I'm trying to use the worst example I could think of as a content creator. I'm not using a normal one. I'm using what I think of as the worst one. Not to say any of these guys were Keemstar, by the way. They're all great. Even X. X is amazing off camera. X is so sweet and like he's just like a bit of an oddball. Just the way I think he perceives the world is much different than most people, and that shows when you talk to him. But he's very sweet. Would I go back? Dude, 1,000%. 1,000%. The next thing I have, chat, coming up is I'm doing a vacation, like I said, with Cutie's family, which I'm looking forward to. But after that, like, it's my ass in this chair for at least the next, like, 2 months. Yeah, I need 2 months. I kind of want to do, like a 30-day challenge where I go live every day for 30 days. I think I want to do that at some point. I need to figure out what 30-day period works for that, but I want to do that at some point. Just not a subathon, but like 3 hours a day every day, 4 hours a day every day, something like that. And just because that's what I got to get back to, and I don't have anything short term planned at the moment. You know what I mean? Like I in the past I had like, oh, it's okay that I'm not streaming a lot. I have mogul money. It's okay that I'm not streaming a lot. I have Beeria, whatever it is. I have an interview with Susan. I don't have that right now. Like, I'm working on things, but they're far enough out that, maybe we do Ludlock. Yeah, Ludlock. You know what? Actually, maybe we do that. And this is Blossom, by the way. I did a thing just posted from it. This is Blossom. This is all of us hanging out. Just the lads. Just feels so good. That's a classic karaoke song. And that was it. That was it. Only 2 complaints again with Australia. 1, it's that everything closes a bit too early, specifically in Sydney. 2, flat white is the worst way to drink coffee. Why the fuck do people keep making flat whites? 3, what is the deal with Australia and everyone having inside jokes? Like, you will have certain communities that you are in that have inside jokes. You being a part of this chat right now, you are a part of inside jokes. Even as simple as goated, a lot of people won't even understand what that is. Everyone in Australia just knows random shit. And they'll talk to each other. They'll be like, "Our bear come? Are we talking about frosty drippy bits?" Half the time, I feel like they're speaking a different language. It would take me, I feel like I need like 2 weeks. I need 2 weeks soaking in the culture to be able to understand. It's called culture. Yeah, but we don't have that in America. The only place that has culture is like what? California smokes weed. New Jersey doesn't pump their own gas and likes eating Taylor ham. In Texas, hates abortion. That's our culture. Our culture is buy gun, don't abort. I don't feel like we have that. But I think it's because America's too large. Anyway, boys, enough story time. That's the reason I haven't streamed in a while. But we do have some content prepared before you all go away. And it is something I like doing a lot. In general, I think that React content, with the exception that I clearly have proven that I go back to time and time again, is something that I don't think I'm very good at. You know, if I just react to like a video, like when A-Truck does Get Smarter Sunday or Charlie does like YouTube nights, I feel like I watch videos and like I've told Alex this, I did a thing. I'm like, bro, I will never watch your videos on stream again because they're so good that all I do is I just sit there and I watch it like an asshole and I get self-conscious and it's like the feeling of being high where I'm in my own head. I'm like, I haven't said something in a long enough time. I need to say something again. And I'll do that to myself. But I've been doing this thing over the past few months, if you haven't noticed, where I'll ask my moderators to come up with a list, a compilation that we've created of a category that I am interested in. And I was on Twitter the other day. When I saw this insane clip. Let me see if I can pull it up right now. It's this insane clip of a Fall Guys speedrun. Now, I'm pretty good at Fall Guys. I ran a Fall Guys tournament. And I placed first, my team placed first in the qualifiers. And I was like top 3 in points. I did pretty well. I feel like I'm decent. I don't think I'm a GOAT, but I think I'm decent at the game. I saw this clip on Twitter. I damn near shit myself. Look at this. Bro's dolphining through the level. Bro's skipping skips. How? And I thought that'd be the end of it, but 26 seconds and he's done? Blew my mind. And it got me thinking, like, on one hand, this is fucking dope. On another hand, looking at this makes me cry because they've taken a casual game and distilled it to its purest form so that no, like, just like 13-year-old would ever have a shot. They would just fucking lose their lives. So today, boys, we are going to be looking at some of the best speedruns casual game speedruns that ruin the game. We're going to be looking at speedruns that ruined the game. And I have a list of 20 or so that we're going to take a look at. But first, before I do that, Chad, I got to do this. I've been so far behind. Let me just keep this a stack with you. I usually do this whenever I have a sponsor. Pretty rare that I have a sponsor, but you guys know how I've been sponsored in the past by NordVPN, right? NordVPN has sponsored me in the past. When's the last time I've done a Nord shout out? I want you guys to mull over. When do you think the last time I did a Nord shout out was? It's been like a few months, right? Okay, between us, I found out last week they have been paying me for every single month. Oh, dude, I'm scamming them so fucking hard. It's been like 5 fucking months. I'm supposed to do it every week. I feel terrible. I don't think they know. So anyway, I got to do a little make good. All right, we got to one time for the one. All right, one time for the LA sisters. If you guys haven't heard, fellas, NordVPN.com/Ludwig. VPN does a few things. You should know it because other creators have done better ad reads. Tom Scott made a video that probably encapsulates it better than I could. Maybe the outcomes that you shouldn't get it, but here's what I know about it. Does 2 things. It helps get around region-locked content. All right, I use it when I needed to watch Made in Abyss. Season 2 just dropped on my birthday. That's a present and a half. Real quick aside, I met the creator of the Made in Abyss soundtrack in Australia. Super sweet guy. I'm hoping at some point maybe we can hire him to make us custom music for our stream. By the way, we have to do a music playlist stream soon. I'm thinking it's a next week vibe after I come back from the vacation with Cutie's fam. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling, because it's been a while. We're outdated. Isn't that crazy? I met him. It's Kevin. Yeah, fucking sweetheart, amazing guy. Anyway, I'll play his song real quick. Actually, no, I like the ending. Is this it? No, it's the ending. Hold on, I'm literally choking my Nord read because I'm gushing over Made in Abyss. So, boys, do me a favor. If you have any interest in a VPN, only do it if you already have the interest there. Check out nordvpn.com/Ludwig. You get like a month free when you do it with my code. It's the deal they give to every creator, but it makes me look better when you use my code. That's how it works. All right? It's supposed to be better than the other VPNs. It helps get around region-locked content. It helps you make sure your IP is secure. I'd pull up the website right now, but I'm pretty sure they'll dox me and my entire computer will get hacked. But NordVPN, they're good at what they do. All right? They also got NordPass, password protection, all those good things. Exclamation point Nord in chat, or NordVPN. I forget which one it is. I literally pulled up their website and it has my IP, so I'm not going to show you it. But you can get the deal if you want. If you're already getting a VPN, get Nord is what I am saying. Shout out Nord. I can't pull up their website is definitely going to dox me, so I don't want to pull that up, but I'll do this. NordVPN, baby. Pog. Dude, I gotta hire Kevin for something. Now let's take a look at some speedruns, boys. That's not his song, by the way. Well, this one is. And this one's a banger. I'll take 1 for 2. Nothing wrong with 1 for 2, baby. A VPN that leaks your IP? Well, it leaks your IP until you're using it. All right, let's jump to. Here are the list of speedruns. We're going to start with a 33-second speedrun that destroys a game that no longer exists. You've probably heard of this before because it's such a big meme. Of course, it's Club Penguin ban world record. I've seen this before. I don't know the world record, though. 33 seconds. VPNs are more for hiding content than, yeah, I do agree that I think VPNs are more useful for accessing content that's region locked than it is for hiding your information. I think the information angle is usually less genuine, even though it can be successful in that. It's usually not as big of a concern for the average person, is just my opinion. But I mean, it can be goated. I used to use it all the time to watch NFL games that were not in the city that I was in. Because sports are so fucking lame. Like, you can only watch the sport of the city you're in, but I don't want to watch the Chargers. You really want me to watch the Chargers on a Sunday afternoon? Dick out on my couch, spread eagle, Charger football? Fuck no. Fuck no, baby. Come on. Give me something good. I'll take the Rams. That's a pass. Give me the Bucks. Give me the Pats. All right? Give me the Cowboys. I like watching the Cowboys. I like watching them lose, but I like watching them. I even like watching the Niners. Not the Chargers, though. Come on. Why is your D out? Because Tom's the GOAT. What the fuck? The speedrun time includes making an email? Okay, this is efficient. This is a new level of... I think it should start from the play now button. But that was efficient. Oh, great CAPTCHA. Certainly not a robot. Oh! Yo, that was genius. Did you see that? Hold up. They typed fuck into the web browser, copied it, so that they can paste it when Penguin's ready to be opened. Look at that. Damn, that's kind of the pre-jack. Rest in peace, Club Penguin. Next. Yeah, that is one way to ruin the game of Club Penguin. Snood. What is Snood? It's the most popular freeware of the 90s. There's a speedrun leaderboard for this game. And the world record is 6 seconds. I've never heard of this before in my life, but 6 seconds. Is that Atrioc? Dude, he's so old. What, I think that was him playing? He's playing like this one time. And then he drops the thumbnail later that week. Fallout 3, 18 minutes. I'm going to hold off on that one for a moment. How do you break Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader in 4 minutes? How is it even possible? Oh, this is classic speedrun content.
This should be an easy one. Ooh, it's Wyoming.
With commentary?
Oh my god, I blew it. That's Yellowstone. What's wrong with me? Oh, that's annoying. That's really annoying. That's heartbreaking.
I want to see if I can play along with this guy and crush these answers. I've done enough mogul money. I've asked people fifth grader questions. I should be able to answer these. Fifth grade reading? I'm an English major. I got this easy. True or false, Jonathan Swift was a pseudonym for Samuel Clemens. Who the fuck is Jonathan Swift?
What kind of stupid-ass question is that?
Bro's actually spitting facts.
How am I supposed to know
is Jonathan
pseudonym,
Swift?
some random guy?
I agree with him. Fifth grade math? Okay, no, I actually, on my SATs, I did best on math. True or false, 57 is a prime number. True.
It's not. It's divisible by 3.
1938.
That could have been bad. But that lost me a lot of time. That was just all around not really good.
Okay, I'm pretty politically savvy as a journalist. Interpreting laws is the judicial branch. Well, I don't think they interpret laws. I think they fucking ruin them. Yeah! I hate the Supreme Court! Up votes for me!
I want to know how that's a 5th grade question, though, because I didn't learn anything about that until my senior year of high school. Ridiculous. Vocabulary.
What is the chemical opposite of acid? A neutral base. It's a base.
Whew. I didn't learn that until high school either.
I can barely read these in time. Come on.
Oh my god. It doesn't matter.
History in ancient Greece, however, the Olympics games held every 4 years. Every 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
It's 2. Oh my god, it was 4.
It was every 4 because Winter Olympics weren't added until later, much later.
I'm counting that.
They didn't
as
have snow in
4th
Greece.
split. It's this.
Vocab? Come on, give it to me. What is the following quote and authority? Cite.
Oh, cite. Cite.
I definitely was thinking of that spelling too. 100% yes.
They tried to trick me with that one.
Didn't fool either of us. Look at his 4th grade
like,
split. Kind of crushing. Minus 8.8 right now. The following is an outline of what state? Missouri.
The student answered faster. I probably should have gotten that quicker, but that's alright.
You got that so fast. I feel like I want to speedrun this game. This kind of makes me want to speedrun this game. I could fucking dust these kids. What type of device do you use to measure temperature? Thermometer. I'm fast. You're slow. You're bad. More importantly, though, you're right. You're Foxworthy. Come on. U.S. history. The blacksmith's horseshoes.
What? I don't know, dude. Complete guess. That's ridiculous.
What's a horseshoe?
That's a ridiculous question. That's not a 2nd grade question. I am furious about that.
You see an animal grazing on plants all day. What are the shape of the teeth? It's flat tooth.
Flat. No clue.
Flat. Yeah.
I guess I know what cow teeth look like.
Because dinosaurs.
For some reason, I just know that.
I have flat.
I just know that, apparently. All right, spelling question. This should be easy. It's 1st grade.
Easy spelling. I spell good. Repeat the question.
All right, I have to hear it.
Which of these letters does not start a month of the year?
R.
You.
And we still save time. No gold, though. That's a little upsetting. Could have golded that if it wasn't a freaking audio question. Come on, just not inventors. I'll take it. That's actually pretty good.
Stars.
I think I can
Planet.
Definitely not
Moon.
sub 4,
Moon.
I'm gonna be
Jupiter. Light year.
The sun.
What?
It's the sun.
What?
Oh my. I can't take much more of this. What?
You won $1 million.
What?
Holy crap. No. I'll take it. 410. I will happily take that.
This is unlisted with 17 views? Mods, how the fuck did you find this? Bro, what? This underground. AU is distance between Earth and the Sun? Don't people use light years more than AUs? AUs are arbitrary. Light year actually has math behind it. What the fuck is the point of an AU? It's useless. It's just a random number. It's a smaller distance, just half a light year. Or do it like they do it in like a millilight year. What do you mean? They figured that out with centimeter, centilight year. Come on. You tell me they got 2 ways to measure space? Light year is also arbitrary? No, it's math because it's how far the light can go in a year. I guess a year is arbitrary. Yeah, light year, light minute, light second. Oh, there we go. AU's dumb. Anyway, that was cool. But I kind of want to speedrun that game. I'm not going to lie. That looked kind of fun. Outlast, fastest time to get a character to say fuck a cat speedrun, and it's called the FAC percent. One second, chat. I'm going to go pee-pee. What is that noise? You hear that? I'll go pee real quick. Hold on. Let me check. Hello. Fac. Dude, we have a cat here that we're taking care of. It's Yan's cat. It's a kitten. She's like, I don't know, like a month younger than Coots. 3 cats, fucking nightmare. 3 cats is too many cats. I draw the line at 2. 2 is like, you know, like maybe you got a chill one. Maybe you got like one that you got to keep an eye on. 3? Bro, I feel like a stressed parent. I see the cats running around at all times. Like the little kitten will jump onto something. Because the other day, I don't know if you guys watched Cutie stream. The kitten jumped off of like a little like cat tower. Didn't make a word. Later that night, had like a strain. And was limping. Like, what? She just... How are you supposed to... Anyway. Pain in the ass. Show her. If she's upstairs, I'll get her in a bit, maybe. Okay. All right. Next. Outlast Fac speedrun. Fac. Speaking of cat, that's this whole speed run.
Finally a run, dude. Oh my gosh. That took long now.
I don't know what happened there that became a run. The movement in this game seems... whoa, that was a good skip. Ladder skip. Oh, whoa. Shee, bit of scale in here.
My game just froze for 20 seconds.
What?
That sucks.
Are you...
I feel this.
What is this movement?
Okay, okay. 0.5 faster.
0.5, that's huge.
I'm in pace.
I'm just excited for the
God
voice
mode.
line.
Got more, yeah. Okay, I just don't got a joke.
No ladder skip, cringe, not gonna lie. I don't get why the goggles sometimes turn on. Maybe see-through?
Whoa!
He's pogging?
Oh! Dude, what the fuck?
What the fuck? I don't know what happened.
Oh my god!
What? I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Oh! Please, dude! Just one more thing, my heart. Oh, fuck.
What's the last
Oh
skip?
my gosh.
What's the last skip? This guy about to pop off. This guy's energy's fueling me. Shimmy through, shimmy through. Reload.
Please.
Big support in chat from Don. Don't screw up. Keep it up, Don. What? Okay. Camcorder on. Save it for the vlog. Make sure to like and subscribe. Secret door?
Oh! Yes! Fuck! Yes!
Say the line!
God! Yeah! Yeah! Controls.
He didn't say the line! Also, what is that line, by the way? Real quick.
Controls. What? Yes! Fuck! Yes!
There's more than one way to fuck a cat. I feel like the run, look, that was badass. I want to say the run is invalid if we don't hear the fucking cat line. If he's not going to go full Shane Dawson, I don't want to see the speed run. Okay? Upvote. Very good movement anyway. The game of Clue can be beaten in 583 milliseconds. How?
Please roll the die. Miss Scarlet has accused incorrectly. Miss Scarlet, it is your turn. Please roll the die. Miss Scarlet has accused correctly.
What? You just guess? You're telling me you reload the game and you click the bottom left options until it just works.
Scarlet has accused incorrectly.
Oh, what a stupid speedrun. What a stupid speedrun. 10 pencils drill list. I'll take a look at the gripper feet technique.
3, 2, 1.
I've tried this before. It is fucking hard. Small Ant revolutionized the category. Or I guess popularized, it's a better term. But this is the true GOAT now. Light Forg. All for free? Why is he in a dungeon? He's in Small Ant's basement, and he's forced to sharpen 1,000 pencils a day. That's the camera angle you chose? What's wrong with the what she sees angle? Or what he sees? You know? Keep it light, keep it interesting, keep it fun. What do you want, like a bottom-up angle? And it's right in front of the grippers, and it's looking up from the... Actually, that'd be kind of a good angle. I want an angle, and it's inside the pencil sharpener. And you just have shavings fall on you. Small Ant did have the record for a bit, but it was shattered. Oh no, a blockage? On the 10th pencil? What are the odds? How are you that much faster that you had a blockage and you're still dusting Small Ant by 20 seconds?
Time.
Holy shit. Honestly, the least efficient part of it was clicking the time at the end. Look at this.
Shit. Time. Time.
Bro forgot where the space button was there. Still crush it by 17 seconds.
Let's see if I got that.
You did get it. Good job, King. Up, vote. Where is it? This is a getting over it speedrun called uninstall %. How many people have actually run? All right, chat. If you want to get a world record at home, maybe you're sitting there and you're a bit sad. You've never had a world record. You want to get one. Do this. Oh, because it was installed on... Yeah, that is the fastest way to do it, I guess. Install the game on a flash drive, open the game, remove the flash drive. Easy, 5-head, uninstall %. The Sims 4 Child Protection Services without expansions. Get your child taken away from you. What is this one, dude? How many people are... Are you kidding me? Okay. This is more run than Mario Party. Bad Parenting Simulator. It's called the Michael Jackson's Father Run. I wonder what the strategy is. Why does he look like he's coding right now? Mans looks focused. Do you have to have a kid before you... Okay. Okay, so to do the run, you need to meet someone. First of all, woohoo percentage. That was impressive. You woohooed fast. So you want to woohoo. Then you want to get pregnant. Hunger dipping a bit low there. I'd be concerned slightly. Sleeping through a lot of her life so far. Bit of a click situation. Still sleeping, are we? Okay. Tell me you have depression without telling me you have depression. I hope you make your bed when you get up. Jordan Peterson would be sad. We're napping lazily now? Do we even know if she's pregnant yet? Is she peed herself? Back to sleep? Hygiene all-time low. Somehow social still high, by the way. She's gone. Where'd she go? Why does he look so distraught? He looks like he just lost the fucking, like... He looks panicked. Oh, Crib's in the house? He got an award for doing nothing social for 24 hours. That, you know... I don't know if that's an achievement. Did it freeze? Is this a me thing? Dropping frames. Could be a bit of a cheat here. NGL. Could have spliced. Somehow hunger isn't going down. I guess you consume less calories while sleeping. Back to peeing yourself. Tight, tight. Respectful. Do you see that skip? Pee on the left side of the bed, pee on the right side of the bed. That way you don't pee in the same place twice. I can't believe they haven't unlocked the achievement for Smasher Hygiene yet. Come on, that's an easy one. Give me a lull. When does the baby come? How long does it take to make a baby? Nine months, I know, but in the game. Looking at the splits, it's pregnant Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so it's a 3-day expenditure. It's really just a sleep simulator. Pregnancy is a lot of sleeping. I will say, sleeping this much is going to be a real big service for her dogs. One of the worst parts about pregnancy, how much extra weight your dogs have to take. Fast forward, nothing's happening. You have no respect for gaming culture. We're watching a baby be made. Have some respect. This is art. Oh, going into a labor. What? Did she deadass bust that baby out over the crib? Straddling it? Like a D-Gen poker player like Alan Keating at the bike? She just straddled over the cradle and just popped it out. Like a quick shit. But you don't want to sit on the seat because it's dirty? American healthcare? I mean, that's fair then. Saved a lot of money on hospital bills. All right, now how do you get child services called on you? Oh, shocker, you just sleep more. Baby's kicking and crying. Baby's sleeping. A lot of stink coming out of this baby. Why is he so focused? He does look like he's trying to hack in to the CIA right now. He's Seth Green in The Italian Job. He did it, baby! The baby just disappears. He walked away. That's crazy. What a crazy speedrun. Why? What? This is the craziest speedrun ever. The seriousness in which he performed that speedrun and the ridiculousness in the content of the speedrun, that juxtaposition cannot go unnoticed. There's a speedrun for Portal where you die, and it takes 8 milliseconds. Don't you start in the room by yourself? Okay. All right. That's pretty tight. That's pretty tight. Just fucking explode a radio and kill yourself. That's, you know what? That's art. That's art. Probably my favorite speedrun we've seen so far. Wait, there's a crab game speedrun. Now, crab game is a sick game made by Danny, the absolute legend. But I didn't even know there was a practice mode. This might be new. I haven't played in a bit. We should bring back crab game. Honestly, that game's fun as fuck. I feel like Fall Guys is having a resurgence, and this is like just a rawer Fall Guys. This guy, oh, that would Subway Surfers. The only time I watch Subway Surfers is when I'm browsing TikTok and an "Am I the Asshole" post comes up, and the TTS voice pops, and it's Subway Surfers in the background. Am I the Asshole posts are also always virtue signals or fake stories about genuine assholes. That's it. My mother, 45, kicked me out of my house after I said that I don't want to work at the company that my father started. I said that instead my passions were guitar. Because I did this, she not only removed the door from my room, stopped me from being able to eat lunch or dinner, but she also called the rest of my family and told them that I murdered a human when I was 7. Because of this, I moved out. Am I the asshole? No, you're not. Your mom sucks. Sorry, your mom sucks so much. You have the worst mom award. Pretty clean line, to be honest. Not a coin missed. Slurped it all up. That was probably bottom 5 TikToks I've seen today. Upvote. Okay, I'm not going to watch this whole thing, but this is a really funny idea. It's called Pokemon Yellow Ash Percent. Only 2 people have ever run the category. And the rules of the category... Oh, Kitty wants to sit on my lap. Come here, bro. Come here, bro. Absolute legendary cat. Hold up, it's pet time. It's pet time. I gotta pet the cat now. When she wakes up, she likes her she likes just running into my hand and like doing this. And just having me like just get every iota of her face rubbed in. She's getting big. She eats a lot. She can be slightly bigger than this, I think. But I don't think she gets too much bigger. Come here, bro. See what I mean? She just runs into my hand. Right here. Every morning. Every time she wakes up from a nap, I should say. And then she's going to get more awake, and then she's going to be an absolute monster for 2 hours, and then get tired and do it all over again. So I get this thing called cute aggression. If you don't know what it is, you just look at a cute thing, and then like sometimes you grit your teeth, or you shake, or you jump around. I was like looking through some random Reddit posts of that, and I found this Reddit called Tippy Taps. And it's like, that one is just animals doing tippy taps when they get really happy. And then there's a follow-up called Human Tippy Taps. Goated subreddit. It's just humans getting really happy and tapping their feet out of like sheer excitement, like they can't contain themselves. Amazing subreddit if you need a dose of happiness. Filipinos have a word for it. It's called giggle. You know what's funny is a person 3 seconds before you said it's called killig. So one of you is making me say a swear word, and one of you is making me say it correctly. Look at this. Giggle or killig. Let's make a choice here. I'm going to go with giggle. I'm a giggle man. I'm thinking killig's fake. Both words work. Fair enough. Easy language. You got 2 words for that. Imagine having 2 words for cute aggression. All right. Settle down now. Settle down, buddy. Settle down. Let's just take a look at this run. So how do you know what Ash did? In an internet era rampant with cleverly presented misinformation, removing public dislikes from YouTube could have devastating consequences. What is this? I will be deciding in the next few weeks whether to remove my YouTube channel until a public dislike button returns. Thanks for reading. I mean, bold stance. You didn't do it, which very smart, by the way. Look, I get it. I think removing dislikes is dog. I will say there is a godlike extension called Bring Dislikes Back that works really well. So I would just give that a shot. But pretty bold strategy here. It's like when people were really pissed at Joe Rogan, they removed their music off Spotify. Turns out they all went right back to Spotify because the movement really didn't take off and it just hurt them, not Joe Rogan. What are you trying to do? Beat Pokemon Yellow just like Ash from the anime. Here are the rules for the meme category. Acquire the Pokemon in this order. Pikachu, Caterpie, Pidgeotto, Metapod. How do you capture a Pidgeotto? I guess Pidgeotto's not that hard. Metapod, Butterfree, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Krabby, Primeape, Muck, Taurus, 29. Charmeleon, Charizard, Kingler. That's hard. Release Butterfree, Sag. Release Primeape, Sag. Pikachu must always be in the party. Defeat the Elite Four. Glitches are not allowed. Saving and quitting is allowed. Doesn't Ash lose at the end, though? Am I being dumb here? Doesn't he lose at the very end in the last fight?
Get the fourth one. I don't know why I didn't do that, but it's fine. First try.
Spoilers? It's not spoilers. It's common knowledge that Ash has never won a Pokemon League up until, like, I think last year.
Actually better. Take it.
Well, that was a spoiler.
So yeah, you can use items.
Bro, the show's been going on for 25 years. If you haven't been watching, you just don't care about it.
And as long as you don't get a 2-turn.
Which is honestly good on you. There's other shit to watch. You're fine. I'll give you these Spark Notes.
So I got like 5 2-turns in a row, and if he had crit me with Hydro Pump, I would have died, but it worked out. Plus 4.
It looks like he is trying to lose on purpose.
So I normally Fire Blast Executor, but...
Just kidding.
Lance Fight.
He just used Fissure in one. Alright, cool. Weird speedrun. Valorant parkour course, 100% no abilities. This is not a world record. It's second place by half a second, but it's flights. And flight is the GOAT, so I'm down for that. I appreciate the honesty. I've done that before. In my first month of Valorant, I kept trying to use Raze's Blast Pack because you have infinite to go all the way to the top, and it kept failing. And then I quit. All right, what else we got? League of Legends lose. You have to lose to bots quickly, which has oddly has speedrun tech. Okay, I'm pretty sure I could get the world record in this. No problems. According to Tyler 1, I'm worse than bots. I would just try as hard as I can, and I would lose faster.
Speedrun League of Legends. Is it running from one fountain to the other? PayPaling the enemy team for a quick win? Or doing the Scion Drift Racing course? Well, it's none of these. You alone have to lose as fast as possible against bots.
I kind of want to do a 24-hour stream where I try to get as high of a rank in League of Legends as I can. Sounds a bit miserable, though, to be honest. So we'll see.
Yeah, I know that sounds super lame and easy. So how did getting the world record take over 150 attempts? It's because getting a perfect run with our sad mummy is actually a lot more challenging and complicated.
I would duo queue with my editor, Shake Drizzle.
than you'd think. But to start it off, we choose a Mumu. He has an ability where he reduces every instance of damage by a set number. This is perfect for tanking a large number of minions. That's right, Amumu is finally the first choice, but I guess it's for the best loser who plays with no teammates. So anyway, the bots we want are Caitlyn, Soraka, Shen, and Master Yi in that order. If Shen's top, he does some things I'd call not ideal.
When I see the bot make a play, it clicks in my head. I'm like, why aren't we doing that?
The main runes you need are Unsealed Spellbook in time.
Taking notes from the bots, fair enough.
More tonic. Also, you need to not take magical footwear because our run starts off with buying boots plus 4 potions. Then we get to watch the best running animation in League of Legends. I've watched this over 100 times and it never gets old. You run to the enemy turret and ward. There's about a 20 to 30% chance Yi has a Doran's shield, a defensive item, instead of either a longsword or a Doran's blade. If he has a Doran's shield, that's a reset. Phase 1 of the run is using Amumu's tankiness from his E ability along with 4 potions to stack up 3 waves of minions. And because I'm dedicated to getting the best speedrun possible, I even took this strategy to the big leagues. I wanted to see if humans are smarter than bots. I get the first wave, but the enemy is too tiny brained to understand despite my clear explanation. I guess AI has truly surpassed human intelligence. Anyway, back to the run.
So building up 3 waves of people in the bot lane will be powerful enough with the 2 people bot lane to push through and then defeat the Nexus. But humans are too greedy and want the kill.
I kite the enemy minions in a circle, and once the 3rd wave comes, which has a cannon minion in it, I can't tank them for too much longer. I get ready to run while pushing my HP low. I heal and run around. Smite the monster to gain HP, and then start to snake towards the enemy tower. This part is subtle, but is easily one of the most important things in the whole run. You need to grab Yi and Caitlyn, and then die at just the right moment so that your minions just begin to target the tower and not the enemy minions. You need perfect timing here because the first turret takes a long time to kill. Once you respawn, you have one job to do. Preserve as many minions as possible. The only way is to minion block your own minions so they do less damage. First, I block the caster minion of the 305 wave until I reach my inner turret. Then, I turn around so I can get the 335 wave, the cannon wave. Having good minion blocking...
This is what Tyler1 must have thought I was doing when we were playing together. I feel like he looked at me as if every action I was doing was sabotage to lose the game faster.
Can make your final minion count much higher. This part of the run is super critical and super irritating because minion blocking can be hard.
I want to learn this tech and then play with Tyler again.
Sometimes the cannon gets stuck on a caster minion and can't be touched anymore. In this run I get a pretty solid minion block on the cannon, but not as good as a few runs prior where I managed to get the best block possible. After the cannon wave makes it to the enemy minions, you want to ward the Gromp and then hide in the brush. Next, you need to delay the wave a bit by using potions and smiting the Gromp. This helps you with timings and making things more consistent for the next 2 turrets. And then back to cannon minion blocking. At this point, the second turret will be dead. Right when Kate and Yi finish off your minions, you need to grab the wave and pull it into your tower. This way the melee minions are tanking the tower first. Here you can actually have an issue if you have too many minions like I did a few runs before this one. Yeah, that's not ideal. After that, it's time to prepare for the final 2 steps of the run, including the most difficult trick. I sell my boots and buy 2 cloth armors. I also exchange my smite for flash. There's a cannon wave
you can exchange?
At 635. If you don't do anything, the mid lane cannon wave will aggro on the enemy wave, ending the run. So right after the inhibitor is dead, you need to get the aggro of all the minions and bring them right. Potion, heal, and kite to survive. Not only does this prevent your mid lane cannon wave from aggroing, it also causes the enemy minions to separate, which sets up the final and most difficult trick. The moment an enemy minion gets aggro of the Nexus turret, Yi will run up to auto it. So, once the 4th turret shot is in the air, we can flash in on Yi, making him back off just enough out of turret range, while also triggering Yi's heal, Soraka's heal, and Shen's ult. Shen will ult and teleport in, and he has Demolish, which is a rune that will do extra damage to turrets. If you're clean getting him in, it's not completely over. There's still some RNG that can happen where Yi will still int his face off if you don't push fast enough. But if you manage to pull this trick off, all you can do is wait in Fountain and watch the clock tick. The bots agonizingly slowly attack the Nexus, and 7:54 when the Nexus is taken, putting me at the world record on speedrun.com and ending my most recent dose of League of Legends suffering. I loved the strategy aspect of this run and enjoyed the difficult final skip. But if you want to see a bunch of cool skips as well as a hilarious story, click here for my Sonic Adventure 2 speedrun.
Dude, why is this unlisted? This is such a great video. This is such a great, concise explanation. Easy to understand. You gotta make this public. Fire video from Zero Mist. Q Tyler 1 raging after that. You know what? It almost is like, it feels good to watch that because then you can stop blaming your teammates because they could be doing worse. You know? Think about it. They're not doing as bad as that guy. Super Auto Pets? What's a Super Auto Pets speedrun? It's called Jerusalem. What does that mean? It's 2 minutes and 39 seconds. It's called Jerusalem %. I don't know why it's called Jerusalem %. It just looks like the world record for fastest win in Super Auto Pets. They've already ruined the game. Okay, I think this should be a separate category. Here's why. If you abandon games too many times, you get a hat that says A, abandon. It's a dunce cap. And you only get matched up against people with dunce caps. I think the overall skill level of dunce cap users is lower. I understand cycling for a really good role, but I think there should be a category called 100% or like world record, like normal, and then world record dunce cap full. You know what I mean? They might have already done this, and I'm just repeating it for no reason, but double otter makes sense. Triple otter, the luck. That's a big-ass fish. Bro, I don't care about the fall guys. It's because Jerusalem is a dunce? Damn. Oh, this must be an old strat, right? Crabs, February. I feel like they've changed how it works a bit. It probably still works, though. I think the otter got weaker, though. The otter wouldn't do this much anymore. I guess you're just waiting for another crab. Yeah, otter and crab both got nerfed, yeah. Oh shit, last second switch to the boya yoink. Damn near lost that. Get this to turtle, no? I guess it's a waste of a hit. Really? Surprised by the Ox pickup. Audio's a bit scuffed in this one, yeah. How many wins we at? 7 already? All right. Yeah, there's no use in going for level 3 fish. God damn. Pair it up. I guess you might as well grab a fish there. Yeah, fair. 2 more wins. Blown out. I thought because it was called the Jerusalem run, it'd be the fastest loss ever. Yeah. What a weird team. Cat in front. Fair enough. What is this, Tim?
You owe Ludwig a league coach? What? The fuck are you? First of all, you're gone. That's an 8-hour ban for typing that. I owe him what? I owe him a fucking 2-piece to the chest for his fucking performance. That's what I owe him, bro. And I ain't talking about chicken. What are you talking about? I owe him. What? In game, of course. In game.
Yeah, I think if I'm gonna be honest, he doesn't owe me coaching, but I want one redemption game. Let me train for a month. I just want one duo queue with him. I'll make him proud. I can do it. I can do it. I'll train real hard. And if I fail, I'll take the 2-piece of the chest out of game, in game, whatever it needs to be. This is called Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Jot Wad. I don't know what the hell a Jot Wad is. I've zero understanding of what this is.
If you choose to watch through, let me show you a story about the Twilight Princess Jotwad speedrun meme category. Our story begins with rolls to the right, falling in a void, our first goal in sight.
Why this dude speaking like Socrates?
Orden Spring has a bridge over a void we seek, blocked by a gate which thankfully is quite weak. We pick up a rock, then target and move, to lock Link's angle on the upper control stick groove. With Link's angle now locked, we walk on straight, taking the shortest path as we approach the gate. Link will place down the rock, then side hop and bonk out, and flip into the void, silent with no
Summoning
shout.
Seuss in the building.
Link respawns at the start, the title screen of the game, for we reset and voided out on the exact same frame. But alas, we're not done. We must now kill our hero, so let's void out again and set his health to 0. Game over now appears, a vital piece to our success. So let's wait for the retry, and then select yes.
Unironically, this is what Machine Gun Kelly sounds like to me.
The lighting has now changed. It's whiter than before, which means King Bulblin is now here, atop his blue boar. A battle now ensues, but the king is undefended, so Link makes quick work, and now the battle has ended. With that quick fight, the first phase is done.
NordVPN.
A second now begins under the shimmering evening sun. Link charges forward, aggressive with his speed, but suddenly halts and turns around his steed. He unleashes a spin and strikes down the king, who lets out a roar and sits down while falling. The day has been saved and our hero has won, but our goal is to Jotwad, so we're not quite done.
What's Jotwad?
After skipping a cutscene with some epic slow zooms, we arrive in a village which the twilight consumes. Right now, our final goal is prevented by a glitch. So let's reload the village to fix this slight hitch.
This is what happened to D&D players during COVID.
We arrive at a house in this twilight disorder, choosing right door, not left, as the animation is shorter. Returning outside, 3 beasts we must face, but they'll be no problem. This run is on pace. The first one is down with a quick spin of skill. We roll to the next 2 and then stand still. Now we must wait for the shadows to attack and cut us down to 1 heart before we fight back. With the trio struck down, a portal is restored. However, it's useless, so it'll be ignored. What are we doing? A curious viewer would ask.
Yeah,
I still don't understand. What is our task? Well, my dear viewer, just wait and you'll see.
Okay.
I'll tell you in a minute what our task is to be.
Sure.
For now, let us enter this bomb shop right here. Very soon, I promise, the answer will be clear.
This is what I wanted the Riddler to be like in the new Batman movie.
In the bomb shop,
it would have just been better. And a couple of hee-hee-ha-ha jokes? Come on.
We go up the stairs and around to reach a small ladder and hear a shadow insect sound. The ladder leads out to a roof colored blue, where we'll turn around and let more rolling ensue. Up more stairs and a path we'll continue to roll, up the brown switchbacks, almost at our goal.
I'm gonna do a mogul
see
mail
it there
like
now,
this.
the watchtower in sight. This is where we end, if we do it right. We go through the door, entering from below, and are graced with more ladders, which, yes, are very slow. Going higher and higher, more ladders we climb, nearing the end, awaiting our final time. To exit the tower, through another door we go, and see the camera out of bounds for a reason I don't know. And now we're here, our final destination, where we see the purpose of this meme's creation. For where we are now is up very high, enough to jump off the watchtower and die.
Dude. That was worth. You know what? I'm dropping big snaps for Gymnast 86. Truly the Shakespeare of our generation. I was worried for a moment that like we as a society were kind of drifting far behind in terms of education. Even though we have access to the internet, feels like people are dumber than ever. That's art. Snaps chat, please. Respectfully. Jotwad. All right, what else? You can't do simple maths under pressure. 10 levels. Click any percent. Nine. It's what? What? 48, 20. What? 5, 6. How? They have to be guessing, dude.
It's a maths.
How? Roblox.
So take that aside and just go on.
Dude, shut up. Okay, it was fucking confusing. I didn't know what P was or Q was. I got a really good score on my SAT. Fine. Fine. One more.
You can't do simple. You can't do simple.
Fuck. Stupid fucking. It's a stupid fucking game. It's a stupid fucking game. The number 11 is such a shit number. It's a shit number. I fucking hate the number 11. Old school RuneScape tutorial island? That just seems kind of boring. Is there like some cool tech? I'm just here to listen to the banger. I'm actually going to save this. It'll be the last one we watch so we can have that as the outro song because what a banger. Wii Sports Resort Quack Percentage. Quack Percentage. Thank you, Nevin. Duck. It's the percentage. It's collecting all the ducks. It's hearing a quack. Huh. Oh, they're following. Yo! Yo, this dude's got a bit of a line going on right now. Damn. Squad's rolling deep. Me and my game ball up. You better get it running. You better get it. Oh, barely. Okay. Weird pattern. Few balls getting hit. I can't believe they coded cars driving in the background. I'm assuming there's 10 because it's a video game. Big duck! Okay, stop. Big duck. Go, mama! Alright, well, that was cool. You know what's weird? This is embarrassing to say out loud. I've never played Wii Sports Resort. Ever. I had Wii Sports, but I never got Wii Sports Resort. I never got it. I only got one game on birthday and Christmas, and I didn't, that wasn't the game I went for. And none of my friends did either. We mostly stuck to Brawl, Kirby Air Ride, some more GameCube shit. I've never played it. McDonald's, no, Clash of Clans, Town Hall, any percent.
Ah. Hey.
For the life of me, I cannot understand why people play mobile games. See you later, gamer. No, I don't get it. The only value I feel like of mobile games is just sucking up time. But I feel like there are so many better ways to suck up time. It's literally just a time sink. You play SAP. SAP is the game of the year. Kind of different.
Whoa.
I mean, look, I can't come from a position of that much, haughtiness. Instead of gaming, I just sit there and I doom scroll Twitter and I pretend it's work because I'm a streamer and I tweet out sometimes. X plays mobile games. Oh, X does it? Oh, it's probably chill then. Wait, he does. Oh shit, he does it? Oh, that's chill. Okay. Yo, we should gobble later. Because like X does it, so like. We should stay awake for like 37 hours and not eat food and like drink soda. I don't know what I was just watching. That game seems shit, but it's probably fun for some people. You know what? I can't dog mobile gamers too hard because mobile gamers are very self-aware. They all know that what they are doing is terrible. They're just addicted and do it anyway. But you ask someone who plays Clash of Clans and you dog them for playing Clash of Clans, they already know. This is a speed run for McDonald's ECDP any percent. What is ECDP? This is the one that, what's his name? Robinson? No, Nick Robinson made a video about. It's a very rare game Nintendo DS game that trains people how to work at McDonald's. I don't think we're going to watch all the categories, but I'll take a look at the fry training. Yeah, we watched a video on it before. EDCP 445. Yeah, there's a segment on the end on age of consent. I will say the fries look busted in this. Line up the hash browns, throw them in the cage, throw them in the fryer. Wait, pop them out. Let the oil drip off for a bit. Shake them, shake them, shake it. Throw them in the little baggies. Bing, bang, boom. That's a hash brown. Leave 4 on the table. Classic. Dude, I worked at this pizza shop when I was like, that's my first job I ever had. I was 16 years old. And we served this thing at the pizza shop. It was the most delicious thing I had had up to that point in my life. And it was cheesy bread. It was delicious, delicious cheesy bread. And it was just dough with a bunch of cheese and a little bit of garlic and just thrown in the oven. And every time it came out, I had one job. Cut it into 10 slices. Because it's just a big square. That's all it is. Just a big square dough. So I'd cut it into 10 slices. But every time it came out the oven, my tummy would grumble a bit. You know, and my boss was kind of a hard ass. He's an old school guy. So like we didn't even get free food on the job. We'd get like a sandwich half off that we'd eat on our break and wolf down and then go back to it. So I gotta be hungry on the job, you know. I was kind of a chubby kid. So I would cut it. Yeah. I would cut it 11 slices. And then I would just yoink, one slice from the middle, make it a little bit smaller. Eat it up in the back. Because that's where I would like, you know, get the box and I just wolf it in the back and then go out front, mouthful. Am I the asshole for stealing a breadstick from my work? Me, male, 16 years old. My boss, 70-year-old, abused me every single day on the job. I never got to eat once ever. I worked 17-hour shifts. I got paid $2.13. My mother forced me to do it. It was my father's dying wish that I did the job. I would steal one slice of breadsticks. Am I the asshole? I don't know. Help me. Help me, Reddit. I can't figure it out. What's a good training here? Oh, let me see that Big Mac training. Take the buns, throw them in the fryer. After you go to the fryer. Wait, what do we do there? Hold up. We're skipping steps. Bun, fryer. Get the tray out for the Big Mac. Wait. After the buns pop out, throw them in. 3 buns total. Throw down the sauce. Throw down the onions. Onions on both. Lettuce. Pickle cheese. Grab the patties. 1-1. Stack them. Damn. Honestly, that's kind of confusing. Anyone else on McDonald's McDonald's YouTube? Sometimes at night I've been watching this. Steven Patula. He just works at McDonald's. This video clickbait got me. They kicked me off the grill, LOL. So I was just watching it. It's just a dude. He just works at McDonald's. It's the American core version of like watching Paolo in Tokyo talk about some guy that makes gyoza in Japan. Except this dude probably makes like $10.50 and works in like Kokomo, Indiana.
You getting that 20? Thank you.
Dude loves his job though.
Just a plain quarter. I just need the bun. Yeah.
He's the owner? He's the owner and they kicked him off the grill? Tough life. I think they do make 15 now, you're right. 15, like, it seems to be catching on nationwide. Damn, they got buns on buns. Damn, one pickle? What the SpongeBob is that shit? You're dropping one pickle for your boys. Is there a shortage? Come on. At 3. I think 3 should be standard. 2 if you're greedy. 1 is ridiculous. What's that term? It's called like something compliance? Like disrespectful compliance?
Alrighty. So we need
yeah, you did it, but you didn't really do it.
Cheeseburger up there?
Malicious compliance, yeah.
Here. Alright, and then you need only ketchup and pickles.
There actually is a pickle shortage in New Zealand? Yeah, because you live in fucking New Zealand, bro. You know how hard it is to get food to that damn place? Just stick to eating drop bears and kookaburras. All right, let's wrap it up. I don't think I want to watch a Fallout 1. Because it seems a bit long. I'll just watch them
run
eating
over
the
to
baby.
the baby and eat it, with the run officially ending when the perk added pop-up appears, telling us that we're no longer affected by rads. I hope you enjoyed this run, and if you have any other wild ideas for runs like this, whether they're in the Fallout series or any other game, leave me a comment down below suggesting it.
That is crazy without context. Gotta say, you're an inspiration, Lud. Finally got the courage to participate in communities I'm passionate about. XQCL. Hell yeah. It's all about courage. Do it up. Participating in communities is PogChamp. Been reading this book. I've talked about it a couple times, The Courage to be Disliked, but part of it is how it talks about how everyone's in a community. And it has a good point that it's like Alfred Adler psychology bullshit, but you are always part of the larger community of the universe, of like every human, every country, every inanimate object, which is reassuring because if you are only in the communities that are like local to you, the communities you think of naturally, schools, clubs you're in, soccer club, family, and things go awry in those clubs, you can feel really lost in the world, but you're part of a much broader community that you impact every day, which I think can be comforting or terrifying, but, you know, up to your brain. Anyway, let's end it with Tutorial Island just so we can listen to this banger song. Like you guys are all part of my community. And it won't be permanent. Some guys have been here for years. Some people have just been here for months. Some people have come. Some people have gone. The number of people who have joined our community is much larger than the number of people currently in it. Some people move on from this community to Atriox or to actually having significant others and having things to do on the weekend, which I encourage. But if you're part of the community just for a few moments, few hours, few months, few years, I appreciate it. Hopefully I'm making a positive impact on your life. Not Andrew Tating you into disarray. Sorry about the lack of streams this month, by the way. It's a great way to shatter a community. I do have another week. I'm warning you right now. Next week where I won't be live very often because I'm on vacation with Cutie's family, but that's important to me. So there will probably be like a few days where I won't be live. But I'm going to find a 30-day period, probably starting mid-August to September, where I'll be live every day. Okay? I think we'll have a YouTube video uploaded on the main channel a little bit later tonight. I'm going to try to crank out a mogul money on Andrew Tate. And that's all for me, fellas. as we listen to rats die in the tutorial island. Thanks for watching. Did I say mogul money? Mogul mail. I gotta stop making things